get very special guests for the house this afternoon. And this one is for my coppers them. Now na person it be. So you know, so I don't tell her that before. Say no get anybody when if he visits me for my studio. As far as the person they create better content or they sing better music, I would definitely go bring the person come our studio or go visit the person for their house. And today I have the absolute pleasure to be chilling with Kopa Respect. Na be name. Ebubae prank. Anyone way you want to call him is all the same thing. How you day?
I'm good, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome to our studio.
It's my pleasure, ma'am.
Yeah, we're very happy to have you here.
Same here, ma'am.
So I beg, let me introduce yourself to people in their house. You will tell us your real name before you can tell us your Ebubae name, because I don't see that one stage name. So tell us your real name.
All right, now K to the O to the P to the A. Kopa Respect to Ebubae. My name is Ayinla Sodiq Ayobami. That's me, and popularly known as Kopa Respect Ebubae, the Wahala prankster. That's me.
Wahala prankster indeed. Because I dey wonder, like, what do they go through your mind when they make you decide, and I go them, they go look for all these women when we say that they try make ends meet. But before we even go into that, what inspired your kind of comedy? What made you feel like, okay, this is the way to go? And how long have you been doing this for?
Okay, let me just start with how long I've been doing this.
Okay.
Officially started by, let's say, far back as early as 2015.
Wow.
When I get admission to University of Illinois.
Okay.
So, but then it was just the making use of phone and doing all those short comedy. So it wasn't this way. So it was way back since University of Illinois all the way to NYC camp and the likes. So back to what inspired me to start. Actually, I didn't start with this Ebubae of a thing.
Okay.
But I've always wanted to choose prank.
Yeah.
So, but I started with all these. How do I even put it? All this copy prank of a thing. I started doing something else, started doing some sort of pranks. But in the long run, when I started getting the adverse effect of those pranks, like getting negative comments, like, this prank is too harsh, this prank is too aggressive, something like that. So I just have to go back and at least think of it. What do I really want to do? Because I'm a very reactive person.
Yeah.
So when you drop a comment that this thing is too bad, this thing is I can even go ahead and start deleting the video.
So
just
you wanted
went back,
to do something
at least that people at least comment like, you are doing good, you are doing great. Yeah. So that was actually what inspired me. And way back when I was in NYC camp, so that was where the whole idea of ticket come from. Yeah. So it was like, I have this friend of mine when we were in Miami camp, it was like, Kopa, do you know this truth or dare now? I dare you go and use your ticket to go and collect food from the That was how the whole thing started. Before I know it come up to the idea and I started doing this content.
And it's very creative though.
Thank you.
I like how because but just a fear for you. You know, the day when person maybe say, this person he head they hot. The day when the person go change them for you. And person even change them for you. You get one shop where you go. I don't want call brands, but you get shop where you go, we say you ask for. You call the tell and say, no, I asked for fish. I mean, what you say? I asked for bobo. You gave me catfish. I said, oh, they're two mineral and two this one.
Did you eat turkey? that's my homemade portable Zazu. Shout out to him. So
okay, you went to Portable's. You went to his restaurant, his bar, like his restaurant.
Yes. So it was. I think that was most risky. As ever,
and you met? Oh yeah, you met Portable himself.
Of course, I met
because they had to call him.
Sure.
That's in trended.
Very, very
How did you feel like when it went viral? Like when you did it, when you met Portable, when you did it with him, and he played into the character because he didn't even know.
Of course.
You not even know say you been the prank cam.
Sure,
I bet more they use speaking. I don't speak too much.
No,
so he not be even know say you the prank cam. You think can just enter inside. So how you feel when you meet Portable, when in con, follow you do this, it can make sense, and the video can even go viral.
You know, at first I would say that Portable used to be we used to be childhood friends, but it doesn't recognize my face any longer. So way back from 2003, 2005, when I was still in Obasanjo, we used to play ball together, but he doesn't recognize me again. So I just felt like this is my style of content, and I think Portable also has this establishment that will suit each other. I was like, let me give it a go. So I went to his his restaurant, but it took us like 5 days before we shoot that content because we need to observe the area, at least seek consent from people that So we went the first day, met with communities. I was like, I want to come and do something like this. I showed them my style of prank. Like, don't try it too. Even loud on, if I was like, hey, let's just give it a at least I'm up now. So I was like, okay, the second day we went back again. I went to his restaurant, his bar, but there was too loud music, so we couldn't shoot because the noise will at least disturb our shooting. We went back again. The third day, we went again. There were too many boys. I was like, this one will break my head. This one will break my head though. So I was like, no, not today. We went back the fourth day. We didn't meet him on ground. The fifth day we try again and we met him. Thank God we have low music and low boys. There was no hand. So let me just give it a try and let's go. I think that was the only time I actually drink those drink on that set because there's this saying that so I need to just be at least a little bit tipsy at least. This person I'm gonna meet is not 100%. You could hear him saying that this place now Barako. So I was just like, okay, let's give it a try. I saw him. I went to the restroom like 3 times. I faced me asking myself, Kopa, do you really want to do this? I was like, I just need to try and at least whatever. My fear initially was not about him even beating me. It was about breaking my camera and the lights or because which I use Kopa what they use for me to go back. So I was like, I don't want him to damage my camera and all of that. But just said, at least let's just give it a try. And before you know it, we started. It was even him that gave one of his boys to start doing the video. It was like, which kind will they be this one? Yeah, they do the camera. No, they see what they happen. So I was like, you do eat turkey? I was like, Baba, I hate me now. Instead my mind was doing bing. I can't just burst into laughter. I just have to keep into character and just keep shooting. And before you know it, everything went well. Even himself was like, but you don't mind, yo. So that was how everything just went on. Before you knew it, he was just a very nice person. Instantly, he started editing and started posting. He posted himself and even tagged me and did like. Before you know it, Kopa become.
It don't go viral. Amazing. We're proud of you and your journey. So still they here. I see they chill with Kopa Respect. And he don't tell us where this whole thing start from. It don't start from school days, but he was not doing this Kopa Respect thing. He was just doing other pranks and other comedy skits. But now he has chosen to take it a different way. And this one way they do, they're very creative because nobody been done, they do them. A lot of people don't do NYC for this country. Nobody even thinks it true. Okay, the question I want to ask you is say how those women, apart from waiting they go on camera, off camera, how did they react when they do all these things with them?
You know, one thing about prank, like I said earlier on, I started with all this risky prank of it. Like me taking someone with me, I telling the person that I slept with this person, I didn't want to pay the person. So it used to went so horrible because I was almost beaten one day. So that's when I went back and I was like, let me just change this style of prank. I can't just be doing all this copy of it. Let me just go and create my own niche. So before you know it, I just went back and started shooting all this prank. And all these women's reactions, like you said earlier on, you know, there is this joy in you when you are shooting prank, you see people laughing during the prank, before, during, and even after the whole thing. Just like, and then you understand that I'm really doing what is satisfying me. So their reaction after the whole thing off the camera is always very wild. They're always very none of them has been aggressive after doing them is a prank. They're always very, very, very happy and always like wow. Always very amazing.
And one question I want to ask you is, you they make sure say you they purchase or chop or use things maybe say you they within your means, your means rather. Something maybe say say okay, this one bad as bad, I go feel afford to pay for it.
My pocket size, you know what's about this thing is that I used to shoot content. I like shooting content and buying something expensive. At least make those people be a little bit not wanting to let me go with that small thing. But the thing is, hey, I'm always on a low budget because you know the Kopa buy all those things now. So and I'm always on a low budget. Let's assume the time I even go to shooting like with 5,000 naira. So, but once I get on set and start shooting like this, after buying some expensive stuff, then you just see a fan. One of your fans will just come up, Kopa, let's snap with you. But we do on set. Kopa is a prank, but why you won't kill Kopa? You are still on set now. So those things. So fans are always busting up my content, my prank, what I'm saying. So, but after spending a lot of money, I just went back. Oh boy, that's why I go to spend money. When this thing is here to start paying me back. So I started, I lie. If I start buying my bread and beans, bread 200, beans 150, one egg, that's 450.
Yeah.
So at least if you bust one,
yes,
I'll go to around that.
Exactly.
So that's so there's this content that I used to do, that drinking of alcohol and telling them is soft drink, also taking big meat and telling them is small meat. But what I would have noticed that I've stopped it for now because of finance. I won't lie. Because once you start now, you've already bought a lot of big things. I've bought drinks, meat, everything. Sat down comfortably, start eating. We're about to start shooting. Someone just come up, it's a prank.
Body like
hey, I just be like, hey, what you talk? So that's just the whole thing. That's what brought the idea of buying all those bread and beans. People just commenting, why bread and beans? Why bread and beans? No, now. So that's
now body will appear for that. Of
course. So.
Yeah, I understand. But are you currently a youth Kopa? Like, are you still serving or you're done?
Okay, I would say once a Kopa is always a Kopa. I started in 2018.
Okay.
So I'm done serving anyway.
And you are still doing the same content.
You're still there.
And your fans, they like her. Like, they never tire
her. They love it.
Okay, interesting. So we'll go for another musical break.
Okay.
We'll just also douse the tension that they enjoy your gist. They make me laugh well.
And
I'm waiting. Wow. And I'm waiting they take the see people for streaming. I say, I'm a Kopa, I'm more job. I'm a government picky.
A Kopa?
You know.
Kopa kill me.
Even the most recent one we do, say, what bread here 150, the bread here 150. Allah. Bread. Okay, so but I want to ask you, get some days to be safe. You know, really. Okay, no, how often you they create content per period, maybe per week, per month? How often do you create your content? And are there days where you say you go just wake up and get that motivation? What thing they motivate you at the end of the day to go out and still create content for your amazing fans?
Once, like I said earlier on, I used to dwell on feedback.
Yeah.
I appreciate feedback a lot. So once people started giving me the feedback, in fact, as that yesterday, this morning, tonight, the video I dropped yesterday evening, someone is telling me 100,000 naira, Kopa, you are doing well. So the feedback is always there that Kopa, you are doing well. So
that's the best feedback.
Sure,
that money feedback is the best. We don't want empty feedback.
So
support your feedback with,
the thing is always, so once the feedback is there and the motivation is always there that Kopa, you are doing good, even from the boss in the industry, the likes of the Kutabila, the likes of OGB Research, OGB Curtis. So they're always supporting, they're always like, Kopa, keep it up.
Yeah.
So the motivation is there and the backup is there, everybody's always. So there are no days that I don't feel like shooting except this, if the pocket is not. Another thing is, I need to start changing areas because of my style of content, because and we have limited food sellers, we have limited, so I have to keep pushing.
Come to Oshodi, don't worry.
Oshodi, I lie.
I even say don't worry. No, it's not wickedness, but don't worry. Just call my name. Tell them now, Ebubae.
I know, you want me to break up my head.
Yeah, be telling us.
So there are no days I don't feel motivated, but except, and the thing is, I'm using the whole of water, Abeokuta. I've moved to Abeokuta and not permanent like this. At least go on and off to shoot content. And Abeokuta is almost getting casting already, so I have to just keep moving. So the only thing that doesn't motivate me is that, before we start paying crew members and the like, so once pocket is not loaded, so that's it. But once pocket is loaded, always on shooting, let's shoot. So that's just it.
Amazing. And what thing you could do to keep your fans today, glued? Because every day now content creators, they come outside for Nigeria, new content, they come outside, and people, they move with the wave, you understand? If you just look at me again and say, I don't to watch this one, you don't do okay, make I go another place. But what do you do now to make sure say these people they already deal with you, say they make sure say that they're with you for life? How do you intend to do?
Yeah, they like you said on there's right now, the appreciation is constant. So people move and they move on. But even at that, I've always have a lot of ideas as regard what I want to create. The reason why I'm still glued to this food seller and those drink sellers is as regard to my costume. I don't want to go to, you understand what I mean by my costume, because it has this iota of what's it called, NYS all the time. So I'm trying to avoid their issue, their wahala. That's why I'm not trying to divert to another extent at the moment. But I have a lot of content in mind, and I have a lot of things in mind, at least keeping them. Well, even the so-called food sellers and the restaurant of the team, so that different, same concept, different reactions, different. So I'm always looking forward to at least keeping it to myself. And
funny enough, I want to try. If they do me, I mean, go me. You know? Wow. If they do me like, so I can try this your content one day.
Don't try this at
just go somewhere. I'm a copper. I'm a job at me. Money, anything.
You just
need
like
to get the
a copper.
Yeah, a copper. Okay, so where you they see yourself like for the nearest future with this content where they create? How you take hope, say, what you they do go impact younger people when they come up, you know, like into the content creating industry? Where do you see yourself in the future, and how you take feel, say, what you they do now go take inspire younger generation when they come?
I will say that even as that now, I still don't identify who I am myself, because once people started telling me that Kopa, when I started getting feedback from people like Kopa, this is not the same Kopa. Like I can no longer, there's some things I can no longer do on the street again. The people start taking camera, like last week I want to buy a Agbado, this one come by the roadside. Someone was bringing a camera, want to snap picture. A Kopa and Agbado. Not be the same Kopa, but I'm looking for that. In the nearest future, Kopa will be a household brand that almost everybody will be talking about, and looking forward to also inspire the younger ones in the sense that at least people are I'm even looking forward to organize something like Kopa Got Talent to at least inspire almost all Kopas that will participate and at least do something unique, create something educative and the likes. So I'm looking forward to creating something like that. Kopa Got Talent, good for interstates and the likes, and at least
makes sense.
Going and motivate them. So that's
amazing. And during your time when you be Kopa, during your NYSC days, were you popular in camp?
Popular, okay. Like I used to say, like I was saying, I said in one of my videos, I'm a mixed breed.
Yeah.
So I'm more or less an introvert and extrovert, a mixture of both. So I'm not an outspoken person.
Yeah.
So I barely talk, and I barely even my days in school. So I'm not
they
talking.
feel say at least with the things we did, whether they prank them, share for camp that time, it be life of the party. You know,
I'm not that shush.
CDS, you go just teach them one or two. We're just quiet.
I'm very quiet person. In real sense, I'm a very quiet person. In fact, even my course mate will be type Kopa Respect. Is that the same?
Is that the same person?
That guy is always very quiet and relaxed, but they don't know. So that's just it.
Interesting. So when they create content, when you're not creating content, when you're not trying to make people laugh or prank people, what do you like to do in your spare time? As you say, you be introvert, so
I'm an introvert.
Yeah, what do they like to do as you stay inside house?
You know what about me is that I love putting my hand in almost everything. So like I don't play. I keep ideas to myself. I'm not keep ideas to myself. I try as much as possible to at least get ideas from any angle. Okay. So once I'm not creating content, I'm always I edit my videos myself.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I'm always try to improve on my videos, video editing, work on it, at least get new sound, do all those things. So it's always about, if I'm not creating content in real life, I'm creating content in my head. It's like, okay, let me improve on. I'll just go back and start watching my own videos.
Yes.
That's the only time I laugh. People always wonder that why is it that you don't laugh when you're doing your content? The only time I laugh is when I start watching my content myself. With the new. So all those kind of a thing now. Just be like, people just see me smiling on my own. Not now, I'm even watching my own content.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
you just be amazed by what you're doing.
Yeah. So stuff like that now. So.
All right, interesting, very, very interesting stuff. So you get people will be say you still they hope say you go work with. Are you going to be introducing other skit makers into, because now you do it's just you and your what's it called, your audience. So if you say they tell you say you want chop food and our government go pay for the food where you want chop because you be government picking that kind of thing. So but do you intend eventually bringing in other skit makers, maybe like featuring one or two persons in your skits?
Sure, I have that in mind. I have that in mind. Especially my board that's been motivating me. The Abiola, OGB recent and the likes of it. So many people, I have a lot of them in mind that I want to start and work with. But I believe with time God will
help you arrange it well.
And I also have a project in mind called Omojoba.
Okay.
So that will just be like more or less a series. So I'm looking forward to work with almost everybody at almost all big names in the industry. With time, but I believe that now we just have to keep working on that name. So at least when we call them, they won't say
Who be that? I understand, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors. And what will be the most challenging aspect of this whole thing when you do so? What will be the most difficult part?
The most difficult part and the most challenging is the Ebubae. You know about the Ebubae? Kopa, I follow what you say. About follow yourself. I like follow. But I know all you know. Even the people who go prank self, they know they are demand to. Laila, they come delete here. Delete here, say. Baba, no be you I come prank. You don't even show for the video. What you be?
You say you never show.
You don't show for the video. Cause just like we don't follow one and say, oh, you me, you know more. Even Kopa self never started to make money for this content. They'll be like, Laila say, Allah for what you only Facebook and go YouTube.
I know all those things.
All those Ebubae, they're my biggest challenge. My biggest challenge.
Ebubae, leave our Kopa Respect. You see, respect they in name. Respect is what Loruko Kopa. So you get respect, not they fight trouble. I mean,
of course not. They find trouble.
It is well. All right. So my next question will say, get anybody with the industry currently? You don't already mention Q Abiola. You don't mention OGB recent, but any other person will be say it be like mentor to you. Will be say they look up to. If you not even be for Nigeria, maybe abroad as well. Person will be say na comedian or na prankster. Maybe say you enjoy their prank and all of those kinds of things.
You know that there's this saying that when people ask someone, they ask you that how did this start? They're like, I've been doing this since 2001. I've been doing it since I was 5 years. You're like, you are watching some people to at least get ideas from them. That's true. Shout out to Z Fancy. Shout out to Trinity guy. I must say. But Z Fancy has always, I'm a mixed breed of Z Fancy and Trinity.
Okay.
So the confidence of Trinity and the brain of Z Fancy.
Yeah.
To make sure both of them. Kopa Respect. So Z Fancy, I so much love Z Fancy content. And Trinity, I love his confidence too. So I'm a mixed breed of both. So.
Make confidence, no push on that inside got that. Because you know what I'm talking about. Make you don't go wear white shirt and black trouser. Cut case, cut rice.
Now federal case, federal to federal case.
Okay. They do small. Thank you so much for coming. I've enjoyed having you on the show. And I don't know if you get anything when you want to tell people where they watch right now, viewers where they watch, people where want to do what you they do, but they never really get. You know, I get one thing when they talk since where I really put mind where they particular about the fact say, you know, sometimes you they get shortage of cash. Not be saying that every time money they do like that. And some people they always want one way to make money full their hand before they go to take that bold step. So I beg for those kind of people, you get any encouraging words where you could tell them, and also to your fans. I want to make you send them special shout out as well. So encourage people where they watch, who want to become content creator like you, but they never make a move because money no day. And
all right, guys. So to everyone that is aspiring to also become a content creator, I'll just say that just keep being yourself and at least start with what you can afford. That's another thing. Don't wait till you have it all in your hands. So just try with whatever you have with you and just keep creating. That's just the idea. And once you are getting the feedback that they keep encouraging you down, I believe that you'll get there with time. So just keep being yourself, just keep being real, and at least start with whatsoever you have in your pocket. That's just my advice for you. Don't wait till you get digital camera of 1 million naira. I started with the use of Android phone. I upgraded to Samsung, from Samsung to iPhone, at least a bit by bit. Just create with whatever you have.
Yeah.
So, but with time, I believe God will move for you. And shout out to my boss, the Kingmaker, Mufasa. Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. The ground is so wonderful. I really appreciate his effort. Is the one that actually made Kopa today. So thanks to God, thanks to Tunde Not, thanks to Portables as well. So that's just it as regard the motivation. So you were talking.
Shout out to your fans.
To all my fans in Nigeria, Africa, my fans in the whole world, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Yeah. Thank you for being there with me for all this while. Thank you for not giving up on Kopa Respect. Kopa Respect appreciate you. Kopa Respect love you. And Kopa Respect owe you the best of the best of content. No staging. Thank you.
Everything is as real as it can be.
As real.
Interesting. Thank you so much again for coming.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, my people, I still day here and I don't enjoy my time with Kopa Respect. You know, not be every time person go to talk. We don't enjoy ourselves, we don't rub mind together. I don't realize, say yes, even if money not today your hand, anything where you put your mind to do, you will still fit do them. And if you dey consistent, they do them. one day that thing go pay off. You see how it's paying off for him now, because from what he tell me, now since 2015, now in done they do all these kind of things. But now in 2023 is when the world is coming to really know about his stuff and about his content. So keep being you, keep doing what you have to do, stay original, and yeah, that's all I have to tell you. On the Beat Zone today, me and Kopa Respect will go to sign out, but I want to make him pick song when in they listen to. For us to use take sound. Any song, you they into music?
No, I'm not into music.
You know they listen to music.
I listen to music.
Okay, that's what I mean by are you into music. So what music do you think we should sign
Give me Portables, Azu, let's dance.
We don't play Portable. Okay, no problem. We go play them again. For you, we go do them again. Yeah, all right, so thank you so much. We'll tell our people bye-bye. Okay, bye.
Bye.